When I talk, I'll talk to the public. I'll talk to the people. I will not take the oath. I will not sit in a courtroom. I will not swear in. I'm ready to do my time. I'm facing 18 months for doing the book. So she said, Daddy, I don't want to go. You're going to kill him. I don't want that. She said, then it's going to be even worse for me. I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to use him as an example. She said, but I know what you mean by that. Well, of course, my father would never allow me to use violence or physical force, and that I did on my own. However, I know you're using violence, he said, but not ordered by me. If you're doing that on your own, he said. But I guess that's what I know you're going to do, but I don't approve of it, he said. I don't condone it. How the hell are you doing these things you're doing and you're getting away with it? Dad, if you had a daddy like I got, you'd do anything you want. So after the whole thing, after the sit-down was over, I said to my father, remember I tapped you once to say yes on that guy who had $250,000, and now all these wanted at least $125,000 a week instead of the $250,000 a week. He'll settle with that. And my father said to me, I know he was one of your guys. One of the casino guys comes over to me, whispers in my ear at the table. I go up there and I explain to Frankie. I said, Frankie, you don't fool around with these guys. This is not from here to eternity. This is serious business. You're lucky you're alive. I said, I'm going to support you. You're going to get to the doctor because your mouth's bleeding or whatnot. I said, but you can't get the damn marker because we don't own the place anymore. I said, because my father said not to give you a dime, that you're a nickel and dime entertainer, and I'm your employer, and I pay you $250,000 a week to hire you to work here in the showroom with Pat Henry. That's why. And Count Basie was your backup. All those people get paid. I signed their checks. You don't want to deal with Al Weil. Who are you to choose who you want to deal with? Who were you in the beginning when Al Weil took your hillbilly out of the hills and made you a champ? He said, do you think that you won every fight legit when you were a 4-round fighter that has such a terrific 17 or 20-0 knockout record? And don't ever tell me and insult anybody I'm associated with that you don't want him anymore. You're lucky you get out of here alive. Before he became a made man at 65 years old, he became a capo. Before that, he was the advisor to all 5 families, because to be the advisor to all 5 families is not a consigliere. A consigliere is the advisor for one of each for the family you're the consigliere for. My father was voted by the heads of the family and by the commission to be the consigliere for all 5 families, investing their money in Cuba and in Vegas and in Reno, Nevada, and the Bahamas Islands in legalized gambling casinos. He can't go back to Cuba. Castro tied up all his farmland, his farm, his money, everything. He's here, and he's living on welfare in Miami. And he said to tell you that he's the richest man in the world because he's got his freedom. Father would say, do your story when I'm not around. But if I outlive you, TN, nobody's going to ever hear this story. And he did say, do your story when I'm not around and get a hole in your head. But I'm still here.